skills are one of the most important things for OpenClaw. And I knew this at the start.
Yeah.
But then I kind of didn't really focus on developing better skills.
Yeah.
And I feel like this video, I really want to home in the point that, and this is something I've been doing very aggressively this week, is just like, if you get the right skills, your agent's going to do a lot of really good work for you. So say, for example, right now we have a daily briefing, and this is a skill that Stark has. So he actually monitors different Twitter users and different tweets, and then he generates this daily briefing for me automatically on a cron job.
Yeah.
So, because we make videos, I want something fast and I want it accurate. And I think these are two things that when you just start off with your OpenClaw, it's neither fast nor accurate.
Yeah.
Right. So something that this is interesting. Yeah, again. Getting multiple sources, getting tweets, and combining these news sources and tweets was something that I really focused on start. And the key to making this work very well and seamlessly is to actually really focus on skills. So I'm going to make this video really much about skills. And Ron, you've been cleaning up skills too, right?
Yeah. Interesting story. So in the beginning, we did focus on skills, but then halfway into our journey, we realized we don't really need to pay much attention to skills. But then that revelation you're talking about, skills is actually way more important than we think it is.
Yeah, because it's like a recipe book. I think the best way to describe it is like a recipe book. And one thing we realize is that a lot of times when we're playing with our claw, they can do it right once.
Yeah.
Maybe twice. And then the third time, they mess it up.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You're missing sources. It's hallucinating. It's giving you tweets that don't exist. Like on a presentation, it's making weird presentation slides out of order. It's like, it goes crazy, right? So the reason why, obviously, is because it has a bad skill.
Yeah.
So in order to really play with skills, you really need to manually do it sometimes. Yeah. And the best way to do it is to access the skills directory. So a lot of times it depends on where skills are set. Yep. But you should sometimes it's in the OpenClaw Claude skills, or it's in the Claude folder skills, depending on how when you set it up. But these are the skills that are currently loaded to Stark right now. And one thing we've realized with skills and why they're so powerful is that skills don't actually overload context.
Yeah, because they're not part of the Bootstrap files. They're auto-reloaded in the next session.
Yes.
So you can actually have hundreds or thousands of skills.
Yes.
And that's not loaded in the context set window.
Yes. So this is actually really important especially if you're using a China model.
Yeah.
You're on Minimax. So these are Chinese models. They perform very well with skills because the skills, they only load the metadata for a skill. So it's just a quick description of what the skill does. And when the bot needs a skill, it reads the entire directory. Like say, for example, we have a presentation skill here. And it reads the skill only when it needs to. And this is a very key point because a lot of people, I would say, they tell their bot to do everything and they put it into the bot's memory. But the problem if it's in the bot's memory, it's kind of overloaded. You can already see here, this is a good example of here. We have like right now, and this is just one of our bots, we have more than 10 skills, 12 skills. And it can load up a lot of the bot's memory if you put these as memory points or if it's not a skill. So by having it as a skill, the bot will say, hey, look, I have a skill. I will learn Kung Fu when I need it. Okay, I think this is like the best analogy. I mean, these skills are like, if you watch The Matrix, the movie, Neo has, Kung Fu moves, like, right? Yeah. And you don't really need all the Kung Fu moves all the time, right? Like, let's say he's just having, lunch. He doesn't need to know Kung Fu. Lunch, right? And one thing we realized with these bots is that the more you load up into their memory, the dumber they get, right? And we have a video on the dumb zone if you want to check that out. But once your context is around more than 40% full, it starts becoming dumb. It starts doing things wrong. So something that skills do is that it's a recipe book. It's like essentially learning Kung Fu, but the recipe book tells you how to do these moves. But the good thing is that it's only called upon when it's needed. So this is kind of like how we're doing the presentation skill, like, making the slides, what kind of styles we like. So it will be very consistent with, it will generate the presentation very consistently with points. There's two ways to edit this. So you can either edit this yourself, like if you want to refine it and edit it, or you can tell your agent to edit your skills. Like, update the skill on, presentations, and it'll update the skill.
Yeah.
But
there's also a third way.
Okay, Claw Code.
With Claw Code. Which or Cursor. Okay.
Yeah, or Cursor.
Yeah.
We'll teach you guys that in the next video, how we're doing this advanced video. But I think this is the starting video of how to get skills well. Because if your skills are good, you're gonna get consistently good results. Your bot's gonna do exactly what you wanted to do, instead of like sending all your money off to strangers, messaging your girlfriend at night for like presentation information. Yo, what do you think about OpenAI? Right? It won't go crazy. So the key takeaway here is, one is do manually check your skills. Do focus on that and make it one of your priorities to make these skills good. And then load as many skills as possible, because yet again, it's only metadata that's given to the bot at the start. So load as many as possible. Lastly, I would say we made a website called BoxminingAI.com. BoxminingAI.com is it's a funny Windows 95 interface to access our videos. So let's say, for example, you can click on case studies and see what case studies are available. You can also click, say, cron jobs, how to set that up. We're going to add a section for skills coming up. This will be the first video for that, but we'll teach you guys how to bring up your OpenClaw. This is the Chinese word, how to 养虾, how to bring up your OpenClaw so it's really performing at a really valuable state, rather than spending a bunch of money and getting lost along the way. So BoxminingAI, you can check that out. We have and if you sign up now, you have free courses for free basic courses. I might have to charge courses for it in the future, but for now, free basic courses, founder status, everything's for free. We just we made this really for you guys to check out, and there's actually learning paths now, so you can actually start learning and figuring out how to do things if it loads right now, but it doesn't. Okay, we'll fix that in a sec. But there you go. Here, learning courses. Okay, so you can get started with OpenClaw, set up a configuration. You can learn and watch these videos and can keep up with your progress. So with that, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this first video on skills. There's going to be a next video. By the time I think this is released, it'll show up here somewhere here. But we'll go to the advanced editing skills and how to do that with my favorite, which is Claude Code, and how to even back it up too. All right, and those are really key aspects we want you guys to know. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.